All right, guys, I'm pretty excited about this one. 2021 Ducati Monster 950 Plus with the Termignoni exhaust system and race map. Of course, I'm going to turn that thing on for you guys again, close up, and bring you along for my onboard experience and give you my first ride review and thoughts on this Ducati Monster. So right off the bat, let's talk about what makes it the Plus model versus the standard 950. Two things: this little fly screen here, which definitely adds some aesthetics, and the passenger seat cover. Those two things come with the Plus version. You can add those to the standard 950, of course. It's a 937 two-cylinder engine, water-cooled, putting out about 111-ish horsepower. Now let's take a look at these accessories. NRC Fender Eliminator kit in the tuck position. I believe this tuck position is the only option on this model. Let's turn on the turn signals for you guys. Pretty effective turn signals, if I do say so myself. Typical of NRC. Front flush mount LED turn signals by Ducati. These are the Ducati official Ducati Performance accessory. Of course, I'll include part numbers in the description below. Now let's take a look at the cockpit. You can see right off the bat, this customer, Eric, by the way, thank you, Eric, for letting us hook up this bike for you. I'm loving it. Thank you, sir. Rizoma bar end mirrors. These are, no BS, these are my favorite bar end mirrors. Billet aluminum housing all the way around. The glass quality is really second to none in terms of clarity, depth, and check this out. The adjustability, it spins in both directions in this fashion. Very stiff, forward and back in this direction, and swivels 360 degrees in both directions. And again, very stiff, so it sits, it stays put right where you leave it. I love it. Rizoma fluid reservoirs, you see those? Clutch, brake. These are the Rizoma notch fluid reservoirs. I'll include in the description below. These have a very kind of high quality black satin finish, or matte black finish to them, not gloss. What else do we find on this bike? No crash protection yet. I suspect we'll see that soon. Why don't we just go ahead and turn this bike on for you guys here at idle, here at a standstill before I take you on board. Sounds awesome. That was just about 7,000 RPM. So, oh, and one thing I do want to mention and just point out, both 950 models come with a Quickshifter, which works really well around town, like I just tested it. Speaking of which, let's get on this thing. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's take this bike back to the shop, and I'll give you my first ride impressions, and I'll let you hear this Termignoni exhaust going through your favorite GTA 5 tunnel. So right off the bat, let me tell you, this 950 Monster is roughly about 35 pounds lighter than the previous generation 821. That's a lot. And I can tell you that I can feel that weight reduction. Where the seat meets the gas tank, and the gas tank itself is definitely skinnier, which just makes the bike feel more roomy, which I think for commuting and around town stuff translates to more comfort. So yeah, that's kind of important. The bike feels very flickable, pretty friendly, nice crisp throttle response. Keep in mind this does have the performance map. So what else do I feel? The handlebars are nice and wide, typical of this category. So I stand somewhere between 6 and 6'2". If I have the balls of my feet on the foot pegs, I cannot feel the top of that gas tank. So that's pretty roomy. The Quickshifter is nice and consistent and smooth at average, like low to mid RPM ranges for all that urban riding that we do around this city. And now let's hear this thing through your favorite tunnel. A couple of quick shifts through the gears. All right, let's go. So good, so good. Well, there you have it, guys. The new Monster 950 Plus. What an awesome street bike, lane splitter, urban commuter, and of course that Termignoni exhaust sounds awesome. Big thanks to Eric, our local customer who owns this motorcycle. Thank you for letting us hook this bike up, Eric. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And of course, see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.